Good day, one and all. My name is Kathy, and I'd like to welcome you to this episode of the Scrap and Crafty Gardener. First off, I would like to say welcome to all of my new subscribers. I'm not sure what happened in the last 36 hours, but I went from 299 subscribers to well over 500, and I just want to thank you very much for that. And as a result of that, I was able to sign up with Amazon to be an affiliate, which means absolutely nothing to most of you. But now I can include a link. Like when I purchase an item on Amazon, like this Hero Arts Infinity dies that I'm going to use today, I can have a link to it on Amazon below. If you click on the link and purchase something, anything, it doesn't matter. It doesn't cost you anything, but it will allow like 3% or 2%, depending on what the item is, for me to buy more things. Ignore that if you want to. It's just an option now, and I'm like so excited. I don't know where all these subscribers come from, but thank you. Today, I'm going to be making a card, again, based on scraps, and using the Divinity Designs Birthday Flower of the Month kit that came in the mail yesterday for me. And I will be using these infinity dies because today I'm going to make triangular scraps. And I'll also be using GinaK master layouts. Now, I have printed out from the internet. Let me see if I can grab my pages here. The birthstone color chart of the month. And this is my birth month, so I know that it's a light purple and the stone is alexandrite. And the flower of the month is rose. But I'm not going to make a red rose. I'm going to make a purple rose today. So these were just two charts that I printed out just to have on hand. Okay, so let's get started. I have my usual 5x7 card. This measures 10 inches by 7 inches. I scored it at the 5-inch mark, folded it over, and creased it with my bone folder. If you don't have a bone folder, you can just crease it with, and then rub it with scissors handle or something solid, or even your fingers will do it. And then I have a piece. Now, I did not measure this. I used the GinaK master layouts and put the outer stitch dot, the outer plain die, which is the white one, and then the inner stitch die. And that gives us just a very, very hint of color on the card. The white measures 6 3/8 by 4 3/8. And then the purple with the stitched edge measures 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, so let's get started. I want to show you my scrap bin. Someone had commented yesterday. Now, this was not my idea. I got this from someone else on one of the Facebook card making groups I belong to. And I will show you. And you probably can't see, so I'm going to turn it this way. I have these plastic bins. It's just a tote that I got at Walmart. But I ordered these folders off Amazon on this lady's recommendation, and you can put things in here. So I've taken all my pattern, black, white, and gray, and then I have my plain black and gray. Let me just set these folders down so you can see them a little easier. And I put all my orange and yellows together because sometimes it's difficult to tell which one's which. And then my orange, yellow plains. The same with my greens. Now, I've chosen my purples today, and it's one of my least used colors, so I didn't have very many purple colored scraps. I had some of the purple plain colored scraps. And I do that for all. Now, the only thing I do separately is for my white scraps. And they go in this long bin that I got at the Dollar Tree. Because I use those for everything. Die cutting, coloring, checking out ink colors, etc. So that's how I do that. So I pulled out my purple scraps. And as I said, I don't have a whole lot. But I picked out colors that I thought would go well with the purple cardstock that I had for the colors. And sometimes they're not going to go together. And I picked out one solid. But now I'm going to take these dies and cut out. Now I do want this die set that I'm going to color and stamp. I want this to be the focal point of the card. And I like these little sets because they come with sentiments. This says sending happiness. I wish it would say something about birthday. That's my only peeve. And that's not a very big peeve. With the sets. This is the birthday flower of the month. So each one should have a slightly different birthday greeting, I think. But we'll go with what we have, sending happiness. And they have the matching dies. But I want to stamp this in a triangle. Now let me get my card here. And then my card fronts, which I probably just covered up somewhere. Yes, I did. For those who are new, my nickname is also Kathy the Messy Crafter, but that's all right. I want this to be the center focal point. So I want to use one of these dies, and I have not used them yet because I just got them in the mail. That one's... This one's too big. I'm going to use this one, and then we won't get all the flower fitted in there, but that's going to be okay. So I'm going to take my white background, and I'm going to cut out the triangle from the center of that. That'll be a good use of paper. Now, cut that out. I'm using my Anna Griffin Empress. You can use any die cut machine you have. My absolute favorite is I have my old Cuttlebug, which is over there. That thing is a workhorse, and I love it. But my arthritis fingers don't like me to crank that handle for too long of periods of time. So see, that will be hidden right behind here. And I guess that's just thick paper. And nobody will ever know. We'll set the card and everything up here. I'm feeling a little disorganized this morning. That's okay. It's just so hot out there. And the basement is a little humid today also. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp my flower down. Kind of get that centered. And it's okay that the leaf is going to go off. That's okay. That won't bother me. And I'm going to use the VersaFine Claire in the color Nocturne. It should be sitting right here beside me. Where did I put it? Sorry for the convoluted mess. Ah, there it is. On a tray where it's supposed to be. Those trays I got in the office supplies / craft section at my Dollar Tree. At my Dollar Tree, they run those two aisles together, so I don't know if it was in the craft section or the office supply section, but they are so nice. Pardon me while I get a drink. Okay. Oh, that came out perfect the first time. Now to clean that off, just use a little spritz of water. Again, thank you all for subscribing. That was an amazing surprise. I'm just having fun at this and hoping I can inspire others to get their stuff out and play, because my stuff was just sitting here not being used. It was all hidden away. I didn't know what I had or what I didn't have. And some things I realized I had duplicates of. Okay, now I'm going to take my die cutting machine again, and I'm going to cut out tons of triangles. Now, I am going to put you on pause while I do this, because you really don't want to sit here and watch me die cut for the next 15 minutes. So, all right, I'll be right back. I am back. I did not cut out all of my scraps because I started to get piles here and went, oh my, that's a lot of scraps. So I have plenty more. So I've got these purple pattern scraps back. So I'm just going to put them in my purple folder here and save those for another day. Now, I also lost, took this off my die machine, and this little die went ping somewhere. I'll have to search later to find that. But let's get started on this card. And I have my buddy Kenneth down here, who likes to sit with Mama and scrap with me. So let's put this together and see what we can get out of it. Now this is going to go in the middle, and Kenneth, Mama's trying to record. Did you want to be in camera? Maybe later. And see where this goes. And then I've got tons of scraps here. I'm just going to kind of place them. I cut out different sizes. And I'm not really sure what I want to put anywhere yet. Oh, that would be kind of cool. So maybe if we would do the reverse up here. And then, let's see, I like that. But I don't have another large piece of that, so put this there. Okay. My brain is going to, gotta have one of each on each side. And well, I'm going to try and shake that habit. Doesn't always work. If I move these over, and then I can put some of the smaller in here, because these will end up being covered over. So you're not really going to see them, but will help fill in spots. And I think I will take the other half of this piece and put it over there. I have some little tiny ones. Problem with using the same scraps. All right, this is going to go here. I'm going to glue this down so I can cut this piece off and use it on the other side, and then maybe my brain will put together what I'm trying to do here. Okay. Gently pick you up. And I'll trim that straight in here in just a little bit, but I want to put this over here so I can see yellow. All right, let's get this back. All right, that one I want there. And this one will go here. And I'm going to end up with glue where I don't want it on my board, but that's okay because I want to put these on, and then I can wipe out my glass mat. We'll put that one there. This one is not as simple as working with rectangles, but I like the diamond shapes. And I could cut them in half and use triangles. Elongated triangles, but triangles nonetheless. Now, I'm thinking I should have put these all on paper first and then cut them out with the stitch die, because it kind of takes my stitched edging away. But that's okay. We'll make it work. Maybe move this one down. I could just put it in the die and redo it all over again, so I will have my stitched edge. Oh, I need to fill in something here. Okay, that will fill in here. And we all have tons of scraps. I don't have, I mean, I have a ton of scraps, but I don't have a lot of purple colors. I could take some of my white scraps and ink blend them to make them the color I want. But I'm going to run out of scraps first before I... See, that one I'm not fond of here. Let's try you again. Okay. Just a minute, Kenneth. I'll be right there. Okay, I'm going to put you in pause while I let my cat out of the basement. Just a moment. I'm back, and let's see, where were we? What is glued down and what isn't? Okay. Let's see if I have one of these little pieces that, yes, a little piece will fit in there perfectly. And I'll use one of these little pieces to put there. Yeah. All right, so we want to put some along here. We'll put that one here. This may not turn out, but I'm thinking it's looking kind of cute once I get everything done with it. And now we need, oh, we need a little itty bitty teeny tiny one. And I think we've got a little itty bitty teeny tiny one. So I'm going to take, I don't know if I can get it off the die. Ugh. All right, come on, I want that little one. And I'm going to take this solid and cut that. Okay. Well, get my tweezers to get that off the mat now. There it goes. Right over here. Yes. Oh, perfect. That's a cute little diamond. I hope I don't have to cut too many that size, though. Okay. And we need something over here, and I'm thinking this one. And just a little something up here. Okay, let's put this one. And it's okay if in the middle these are gonna end up overlapping in the middle, but that's where our centerpiece is going to be. So they can just overlap there. Now, if I take two of these and put here, think. You never know how this is going to turn out. At least I don't. Well, okay, let's see what I need to cover up here. Not much, so I'm going to take, I already have a straight piece, a flower piece, a polka dotted piece. That's the problem with having only so many colors. All right, let's take this piece. We're just going to put it down right there. We're just going to cover over everything that we just did. So I'll take that little piece up. Okay, that actually looks pretty good. So I think I'm going to go with it. I'm going to get out my etch die here. This is the GinaK Designs Master Layouts 8. And I'm going to put it back on. Right in position, hopefully. There we go. And let's see how this turns out. Not too bad. This side over here is a little off. So I would recommend using a larger sheet of paper to start with if you want an etched edge, and then etch it. This didn't come out bad. All right. Now these little pieces I can put back in my flower or my purple patterns and use them again. So let's put this down on my card. We can glue it to the white, and then I want to stamp on some of these solid pieces. So let's get this down first. And I'm not going to glue in the middle. I'll just glue here in the middle. Okay. Now, this I want to color. So let's get out a piece of scrap paper, and we're going to color it really quickly. I have chosen some purple markers, and what I do when I get out my alcohol ink markers, I make a little scrap sheet, and then I put them in order that they are in here, because I wasn't sure what colors would go nice with this. And I'm thinking that one, the lighter one, and then this purple. So I'm using this one, and this one. Okay, so for the flower, we're going to go with a light color first. Oh, I didn't pull out any greens, but that's okay. They're right here beside me, so that's easy to grab. And I'm just going to color over the whole thing with a light color. Can't say as I've seen a purple rose. They're probably out there. I've seen all different colors of carnations dyed at holiday times. And I have purple irises growing. Of course, they're done growing for this year. But who's to say? There probably is a purple rose. I'll have to research that when I'm done. But when I'm doing the birthday flowers of the month, I try and stay with the colors that are associated with that birthday. Now this is a darker purple. Alexandrite to me is a very pinkish purple. But they also use pearl as our birthstone. And I prefer the Alexandrite. It's just prettier. Now I'm going to take the medium color, which I believe is this one. No, this one. And just do the bud. It's actually fairly dark on here, but that's okay. That'll work. Just be a little different than I was imagining. And then just kind of go and follow the stamped outline here. Just to add some highlights here and there. I've been working on my coloring. I'm not the greatest. Now, I love working with pan pastels and coloring, but the markers I'm still experimenting. Now, the medium color, I'm going to go in a couple of the center petals, just to make it look like it's in the shade, in the shadow. And I'll add some shadows down here too. Just the underneath petals. Okay, now for our greens. Let's see. I like Matcha green. And what color is this one? Bronze green. I don't think I've used that one. Okay, so we'll go with Matcha as the lighter one. And pardon if I stop talking while I'm coloring. If I don't, when I'm at the edges, I tend to go outside of the lines. Now we'll add a little bit of the bronze green as shadowing. Okay, now let's pop this up on our card and see where I want to stamp the other things that come with this. I want to have June on here for sure. Sending happiness. And then it also says Rose, love, beauty, reflection. Sending happiness. Yeah. And June, I'm going to put right on with the flower. So let's get out our stamping platform, or my stamping platform. Sorry for using the plural we. Okay, June, I'm going to put right here. And I'll use the VersaFine Claire Nocturne again. Now on here. Sending happiness. and Rose. We'll go down here. Whoops. And I found with this VersaFine Clair that I don't really even need to condition the stamps. They work great the first time. If I remember, I condition. But with my new organizational attempt, I'll be using every single one of my stamps, so I won't need to condition. Okay. Because they will already be used. I better put that June back in there and clean that off also. Just some spray water. And I just use an old wash rag. You can use anything soft that does not leave lint behind. Because if you get a little lint on your stamp, it's really difficult to get it off there. All right, now let's put our card together. This I want to pop up in addition to the center. So I'm just going to use some 1/2" foam tape. You can use any tape you like. This is just a low loft tape, so it doesn't raise it off the card too high, so I don't have to worry about increased postage or anything like that. And this will also help even out the card, because when you put all that glue in different layers on it, sometimes it will bow. And then once across the middle. And I'm just going to put a little bit of liquid glue on here just to allow myself a little playtime. So if I go to put the card on with the adhesive, it tends to stick quickly. Now, let's put our centerpiece on, and it's here somewhere. Now I'm going to use the same foam tape on here. And I don't need to put a piece on the middle of this because it's fairly small. Okay. All right, now it just needs a little bit of bling. I have some clear rhinestones here that I'm going to color. Let's see, I'm going to take my darkest color of purple just to see how that comes out, because usually the darker colors come out light. Oh, and I like that, but let's see what the other colors look like to see if one's more purple than the other. Oh, I like this one. This is the potato purple. So I'm going to color about 7. I won't probably use all 7. That's one thing that I'm doing to save money, I'm not buying the multicolored rhinestones anymore. I'm just only going to buy the clear because I can color them any color I want them to be. Oh, there goes one across the table. With my alcohol inks. Because you can make them match whatever you're working on. Oh, where am I going to put these? This is always a decision. I think I want 3 here and then just 2 off to the side. And then if I end up with all these colors that I don't use, you can just take a little bit of rubbing alcohol on a paper towel and get them off and change them back to clear. Oh, that one's a little too close to all the other ones. We'll put it right there under the Sending Happiness. Well, that's it. That's my card for today. Thanks for watching, and thank all of you for subscribing. That really made my day. I don't know what happened that caused so many subscribers all at once, but I was so excited. So thank you very much. Have a great rest of your day. Get your scraps out, play with them, cut them into different shapes and styles, and just put them together. You don't know what you're going to come up with. And if it's something that looks terrible, remember, it's just paper. You can then maybe die cut it into something else. Thanks for watching.